My name is Susanne Wimberly, and I own a goat dairy in Hoodoo Valley, Idaho, which is outside of Sandpoint, about half an hour south. And I have 10 girls right now that I'm milking, and 9 yearlings, and 14 babies, and a couple of bucks. And I'm slowly in the process of building up my company so I can be a full-time cheese maker and goat farmer. Originally from Mobile, Alabama, I was really interested in medicine. I was pretty driven in thinking that's what I wanted to do. But the other half of my childhood was spent outside. When I was 20 and getting stressed out about school and thinking that maybe I didn't want to go to 4 more years of it, my best friend sat me down in a park one day and we made this list of things and what you did for fun, basically, as a child. And all of my things were either outside or involved animals in some form, right down to not having dolls, having stuffed animals instead. So I went from growing up in a city, and I went to college in Memphis, Tennessee, which was another big city. I went from there to living in a rural environment, and for the first time just feeling completely at peace and seeing all of the stars at night and waking up early in the morning when it's completely quiet and nobody else is, and sort of having your little space to yourself, which is another reason why I love the goats so much. Walking into the parlor in the morning and having your day start the same way every day, and the goats are happy to see you and they want their grain, and you're just sort of standing there milking with them, and it's totally quiet except for the sound of the milk going into the bucket, and you get into a rhythm with everything. And I stopped even drinking my coffee before I go down there. I just go and milk and wake up with them and then get back to the house, and that's when I'm actually ready to start my day. I have 2 different breeds right now. One's called a La Mancha, which is from Spain, and their characteristic is they don't really have any ears. Well, they have ears, they don't have the cartilage part, which makes a lot of people laugh, but they are very sweet, and I seem to love their personalities the most of all the breeds. And so that's the majority of the farm, and then there's some mixed breeds. And the other breed I have is called Nubian, which is usually most people's favorite. They have the long floppy ears and the curved Roman nose, and they're really cute. I make 2 things right now. One is Chev, which is a soft spreadable goat cheese that's a lot like cream cheese, and it comes in multiple flavors depending on the season. And they also make a raw milk feta that's been aged for 60 days. And is in a saltwater brine. Cheese just sort of happened. I knew that I definitely wanted to have a goat dairy, and that if I was going to be tied down to the property or the farm or needing to milk twice a day, that I needed to make a living off of it. And so when I started working at Coalsasket and started seeing the cheese process and watching what was involved, the whole thing just fascinated me. Even now, being able to turn milk into a product that you can eat is still like, oh my gosh, it works. Well, you can't plan everything out. You think you got everything, but you didn't. So there's some challenges as far as how I design things, or, you have 14 kids in the spring and you're like, wait, where are they gonna go? The best part is that I love it. So the parts of the farm, I'm also working off farm, but when I'm on farm, it doesn't actually feel like work. It's something that I want to do and something that I love to do, and even a bad day at farming is better than a good day for me anywhere else. The cheese is homemade and has a small amount of ingredients in it, and you can pronounce every single one of them. And to have someone walk up to your table and sample cheese that you made 2 days before and tell you that it's the best goat cheese that they've ever had. I'm currently selling my cheese at the Sandpoint Farmers Market, and this year I'll be going to the Coeur d'Alene Farmers Market, which is really exciting. There's also an online co-op in Sandpoint where consumers can purchase their goods online and pick it up on a schedule once a week. That's really starting to take off, so it's selling there, and it's also available at a couple of local stores.